Hey, welcome back to Let's Go Ford. This is the 2020 Ford Transit T350 HD all-wheel drive. It's got a lot of the goodies, if not all of them. Here we're going to take a look at this together. I'm going to show you a lot of ins and outs on some specifics of the vehicle regarding lighting, regarding the new things that you're going to see and expect for 2020 with a Ford Transit T350. Well, let's start out in the front and kind of work our way around. Things that we're going to take a look at is, we'll start with a driver's door, and we're going to actually start in this driver's area. Before, this is new, so we don't have a door here to open this door and shut this door, but you'll notice this is a crew package. So you're going to see the new crew come with a 3-seat option right here. So you're going to look through that window and see that there's 3 seats behind the driver and passenger, but there's no door here, but you do have a window. So that's some new things that have moved and grooved with the 2020 to make things make more sense for people that are driving them. Ford does a great job of listening to people that are actually driving these vehicles 50 to 100,000 miles a year. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Right when I go to grab the door, if I don't have my key with me, we're simply going to punch in a 5-digit code that'll unlock the driver's door. You'll then hit the number 34 after your 5-digit code. That'll unlock the passenger door. Once we open that door, you're going to take a look and go, where's my fuel cap? Here it is. That's hidden, but this little flap allows you to open it. Not only open it, but if you are filling your vehicle, you can shut this door. It'll lock with the driver's side door. So like you can't get it open, right? So you can open that and then shut your door, lock your vehicle, and continue to fill, right? Brilliant idea. Great. Well, you got the forged wheel that's going to come around here on our steer tire here. So you got the hand cook, all forged, high polished aluminum with your center caps covering it over. Huge brake system setup, massive lug system too. Very similar to even a project vehicle that I've got with the Land Rover I'm doing. It's super far lugs away from each other, so it's very unique. So things that we'll look at too is like the headlights. The headlights are brand new for 2020. This is a bi-xenon HID. So bi-xenon means you're going to have a high beam and a low beam on the bi-xenon part of it, HID, high intensity discharge. And then you're going to see right around here, this little bezel is going to be your daytime running light, your DRL, right? Inside here, right in this spot, is going to be when you turn your steering wheel towards the driver's side, this light will illuminate. So you don't have to have your turn signal on, but if you're turning the vehicle to the driver's side, this is going to illuminate and make everything very much significantly easier to see. But you're using that here and your bi-xenon to go together to be able to see when you're taking a left-hand turn or right-hand turn. So you got it on both headlights. If you take a look at this, this is the exterior upgrade package. That's going to give you the chrome bezeled headlights, a chrome grille surround, 3 bars of chrome going through your grille as well. And then you have a forward sensing system with 2 different sensors right up front. Up here, you're going to have your adaptive cruise control as well. So adaptive cruise control, 2 sensing systems for forward sensing and your adaptive cruise control, your upgraded headlights that came with the vehicle as well. And underneath those is going to be your 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. They make 3 different engines, 2.0 liter, Blue Tech diesel, right? That's going to be a turbocharged diesel, 2.0 liter, a 3.5 liter V6, or the 3.5 liter turbocharged, which is twin turbo, your EcoBoost, 3.5 liter, right? So you got those 3 different engines that I love and that I've had a lot of good responses on the 3.5 liter. It's tried and true. It's been on Ford's market for almost 10 years. Well, right at 10 years now that the 21s are coming out. So let's take a look all the way around. Keep going through. You've got your antenna that's here. You've got your turn signal built in here, turn signal built into the light. You've also got a huge lip that's going to come around and match that front bumper to the wheel well liner, to the gravel guard that's going down the side. You have a massive window for the passenger side. Now this one is fixed. This one's going to be the one that goes up and down, but you can still now see your mirrors very, very clear, but also have good visibility for a passenger if you have a passenger that's riding along with you. Easy access into the vehicle as well. Massive step that's going to be predominant right here. And also, you're going to have these 2 little grips, right? So you can pull this out, and that's your jack and roadside assistance equipment. That's going to be right above the step on the passenger side. But if you take a look up, now we've got a full power passenger seat, not just sliding the base with a manual rear tilt adjustment. You've got it all power now. So we can put this back in, got a couple cleats, put it back in the spot. And this can even be heated, right? You can go with leather, you can go with vinyl, you can go with cloth, all the way through. Huge, massive step that's going inside. Now we're talking about the crew van, right? So this is new for the 2020, giving you 3 seats across the center, a second row, and you can put a bulkhead anywhere behind this second row seating as well. So you can move that bulkhead to right here at the base, even closer. Or if you've got a crew of 5 people going to do a job, you can now slide your equipment behind the back seats. These are removable as well. So if you don't have a crew up to 5 people, remove the seats, fit more gear, be able to do everything that you need to do for whatever job that this van can do for you, right? Slide the door shut, another window. Window here, window on the other side. They can come tinted, they can come UV tinted, or they can come clear glass, right? Big aluminum, what is it, they did a 500,000, right? So 500,000 times they open and slam this door to make sure that this guide rail does the job day in and day out for the time and the overall longevity of the vehicle. If you're using that door, it's going to continue to work for you. When we take a look in the back side of the vehicle here, you're going to see the lock position and the unlock position. We're going to show you what that means, right? So when we shut this door, if we're going to shut it, you're going to open the door up and it's going to stop right here, all right? So you've got that in a lock position. Simply take and slide over towards the unlock position, and now it's going to slide the door all the way out to the side of the vehicle. And the cool thing about that is it's magnetic. So if the wind picks up and you're like, great, it's not going to rip it off the side of the door. So if the wind picks up, you're going to have that door stick well, and then you're going to grab it and you're going to be able to shut it from there. You're going to shut the driver's side first, and then you're going to shut the passenger side second, okay? Taking a look at the floor, you got a big step that's going to be here to be able to get in and out of the vehicle with a huge hitch behind, along with a 4-pin and 7-pin wiring harness. Cool thing about that is you can also get a trailer brake control to go with this vehicle, and towing capability is phenomenal, right? We'll go through a couple towing capabilities that we'll list below with this as well. Getting in though, simple. Well, it's even easier now that they have these grab bars on the inside to make it easy to get inside. This is 6'4". Your medium roof is 5'10", right? So you got 5'10", 6'4". This is the high roof here. So you have plenty of room to move around, no issues there. All LED lighting on the inside of it. And you can also build this floor and the walls with covering that goes over the walls and over the floors too. So that's going to be an interior upgrade package. So you could have the floor covering done, you could have the side walls covered, everything protected, and move forward from there. Totally customizable. If you've seen our last video that we did on the motocross van, beautiful. We can do that again, no problem there. This is actually going to be RB4 for the motocross van. This is how we got it. Wait till you see it when we're done. You can like, you can comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. This also, again, hooked with the magnets here. So you see a magnet here, you see a magnet on the door here. So when I go to grab it, it's like, I mean, you really got to give it a good tug. Best thing that I like to look at is EcoBoost with all-wheel drive. That's how I think Ford's going to corner the market, especially up here in the Midwest. When it comes to snow, it comes to sand, it comes to mud, ruts, gravel, deliveries. You see Prime vans doing this for Amazon. You see all kinds of different unique uses for this vehicle. Defrost, defog on the back. You can get the solid door, you can get it with glass. You can get it without having the crew, with a 2-door or 2-seating in the front, or you can get it with a 5-passenger configuration too. Taking a look inside, we're just gonna step inside and we're gonna take a look at some options on the interior of the vehicle and see really what some changes are for 2020 on the Ford T350 HD Transit all-wheel drive. Let's take a look inside. Let's take a look at the inside of the 2020 T350 heavy-duty all-wheel drive Transit, right? First thing I want to look at is the passenger door, right? So you got your lock, your unlock, your lever to be able to open and shut the door, right? And then you also have your window switch that's going to be able to raise and lower the window. You've got a fixed window on the inside next to the mirror. You've got a power window that's going to be to the right of that fixed window. But then you're also going to see that little sign that says no cell phones. Well, why? Well, go ahead. I've got our cameraman that's right here with us, and you can take this cell phone, and if you put it right there, well, then you go to shut it in Crunch City. That's what's going to happen, right? So what's going to fit in there? Well, anything but a cell phone that doesn't have quite the height of it, but you also have your cup holder. You've got a huge cup and map holder there. You've got a huge cup holder that's going to be in the driver or in the passenger door. 3 more in the center along with a Red Bull in the middle. And then you're going to have auxiliary switches that are going to be down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 auxiliary switches are going to be things like inverter, a fuel pump, a pressure washer, whatever you want it to hook up to, but those are all underneath the hood and ready to hook up easily. Then you have your trailer brake controller with a gain and output there as well. You have a new center stack that's going to go into the vehicle in the 2020 Ford Transit. I'm going to start it up. Here we go. So when you start the vehicle up, boom, big Ford blue oval that's going to come up front, and you've got buttons everywhere. First of all, let's start with this one. We'll go from right to left, and this is going to be your auto start stop. You turn that off, so if you come to a stoplight, it doesn't shut the engine off, keeps your AC going, keeps everything running and operating as when you pulled up to the stop sign. Perfect, right? So climate control can be over on the right hand side, max AC, max defrost, AC, you recirculate, and all the way around what directional you want to have, power on or off, and rear defrost, which is going to be available on the rear windows that have that defrost option. Heated seats for the driver and passenger. We're going to turn this fan speed down. You have 7 fan speed indicator here, so you can go all the way up to 7 or all the way down to nothing, right? So we're going to leave that on. It's a little warm out here today. Traction control. You have your different driving modes as well, and then you have your parking assist, since this does have the forward and reverse parking aid sensors, right? So let's call them what they are. We can turn them off. If you're backing up to a dock that you're going to bump the doors on, you're going to be able to open those up. You can have that on or off, or if it's just annoying to you, some people use them, some people don't. Things I like, big armrests, and they ratchet, right? So all the way down, ratchet up. I don't know if you hear that. You hear that? No, I can't answer. Put it in the comments. So you can ratchet this to exactly the height that you want it to be. Going inside here, navigation. We have our navigation option, which says loading map. If you ever want to return to home, just push your home button up in the top left corner, and that will bring you to your audio, your phone, your apps, your settings, your navigation, and home will bring you to a quadrant system, right? So you got nav on the left, you got your stereo on the top right, and you have your phone on the bottom right, okay? So we can go through this, give you an example. I want you to take a look here. You're gonna see 2 dots, okay? So you have your sound, your clock, your Bluetooth, your phone, your radio, 911 assist, which is gonna be if they're in an event of an accident, it will literally flash lights and blow the horn until the batteries are dead. But if you know that you have a second little spot there, you'll watch that slide over. A blue dot goes from left to right, so it just means you have a way to swipe. If you go to apps, we don't have a way to swipe here. We go to nav, we don't have a way to swipe here. You go to phone, you don't. But when you go to settings and you see 2 dots, you know that you can swipe over to another screen. So that's an easy way to just pay attention to things that more available options that Ford has to offer on the 2020 Ford Transit T350 HD. Take a look at the heads-up display, or the area you've got here. Cool thing is you've got your RPM, you've got your tach on the left, you got your miles per hour or your speedometer on the right-hand side, your fuel gauge, you've got your temperature gauge, and then also you've got all these different symbols and icons on the steering wheel. So you can control a lot and really correct a lot of what's going on. So let's start with the left-hand side. This up here, this icon with a vehicle, and it's got some dash lines behind it. That's gonna be for your adaptive cruise control, how far out you want to set your adaptive cruise control. This is gonna be for canceling your cruise control. That's to set it, and that's to go plus and minus, resume. And then you're gonna have your volume gauge for your stereo. If you get a phone call, you can hit your mute if your phone is not hooked up to the sync system on the Sync 3 platform. Or if you get a phone call and you pick it up, it automatically mutes the stereo that you've got going on. This is gonna be more or less going through your screen up front. That's gonna be going through and hitting OK for our passenger door ajar, hit OK again, vehicle is on, OK, we understand that. Now you can go up through and circumvent through your LCD productivity screen that's up above, going back to your devices, going back into settings, we can hit OK, we can go left, right, we can even hit the back button and go back to your regular screen that's going to be presented to you up front. Now you've got your timer, you've got your average miles per gallon. This vehicle has a grand total of what, 19.3 miles on it. Well, our average fuel economy is 3.6. It's only been built. It's been loaded, it's been unloaded. There is no other fuel efficiency things to talk about with this vehicle at the current point in time. Now you can also go down here to some other controls that are on your screen, and this is going to be for when your phone is plugged in. So I'll give you an example. If we're using Apple CarPlay, this is Siri. If we're using Android Auto, this is going to be your Google Voice. You have your ability to pick up a phone and hang up a phone, or scroll through tracks that you may have on Pandora or another application that you have. Shifter is going to be right here in front of the driver's right knee. So foot on the brake, we can go into drive, reverse, neutral, or manual mode. Manual mode gives you a plus and minus shifting ability on the left side of the joystick or your center console shifter. We're going to put it back in park. Let's take a look up and over, because you do have some storage bins in here, but what you're going to see is a USB smart charging port. So if you do plug your phone in, you can lay your phone up here, never have to see it, still use your operating screen or your 12-volt outlet that you can put a power block in, whatever other charging things that you're going to use. It's MP3, it can be, whatever you would like to charge, you can use right there. Things that I like also is up above where the driver sits, where your humongous visors are for the sun. But you've got all kinds of storage up and above where the driver sits as well. This is before, right? So we're doing a before and after. It's going to be before the Moto van, and then we're going to show you after the Moto van, because this is the owner's vehicle that we ordered for him. We're going to put a partition in the way and make it basically a toy hauler in the back, but also have room for him and his family to be able to ride comfortably and hook up other devices like TVs, and hooking up whether it's going to be leather or if it's going to be an Alcantara suede interior. We're going to be able to adjust and move all that for you. That's what we do here at Lasco Ford. This is just a platform or a canvas for us to paint the picture for exactly what you're looking for. This is the 2020 Ford Transit T350. We're going to take a look under the hood. That's going to be our last thing, and then we're going to sign off. Sound good? Let's go take a look. Hey, welcome back to the 2020 Ford Transit T350. We're going to look under the hood. This is the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. Things that we wanted to point out. There's definitely an air intake system that you're going to see the air intake come through a functional vent system in the hood. You've also got bleeder valves that if there's a moisture that comes through, those drop into the proper areas. Twin turbo 3.5 liter V6 engine, air intake system over there. All clear containers that are marked with the yellow writing, right? So it's very easy to see. So we've got coolant, we've got brake fluid, we've got an ability to check our oil, we've got the SAE 5W30 indicator there as well. Even the hood prop, right? So the hood prop, you go to put it down, it's yellow. It marks a good spot to put it. This is to open and shut your, well, not to shut, but just to open the hood. Things that we wanted to point out, a couple things we didn't mention about the exterior of the vehicle. First of all, the big roof clearance lights, those are going to come right above where that mirror is. So when you see that rear view mirror, you're going to see a couple cameras in there as well. That's going to be for your adaptive cruise control on this vehicle or lane keeping system as well, to be able to mark a dashed or solid line, but also measure out the distance between the vehicle in front of you. So it incorporates that camera along with your sensor up front. And in the back, we've got another thing to show you, the rear view camera. They move that. So we're going to show you where that moved to, right? So if you look back here, it used to be on the bottom side of the door on the passenger side is where you would see a reverse camera. That's where it used to be. Now we're looking way up there, and that's going to see, you'll even see the embossed Transit logo up there. That's where your center high mount stop lamp. That is a high mount stop lamp if I've ever seen one. I mean, I'm 5'7", and I can't even, I can reach it. Okay, I can reach it, so I got it. So that's good. But the thing is to take a look at, the cameras have been upgraded significantly. I do want to take, if you don't mind, 2 more seconds. Let's look at how clear that camera is. We'll start the vehicle, we're going to put it in reverse, that way you can see it too. So when we start the Transit 2020 T350 HD, and you go to put this puppy in reverse, now that you've seen where the camera's at, wow, look how clear that is. So not only that, where you see your dash line for your dynamic hitch assist, that's right where your hitch goes. You've got the lines over on the side to see when we turn the vehicle. You're going to see those lines move to where you're backing the vehicle up to or to a trailer. Now, if I want to zoom in and I'm getting really close to the tongue of the trailer, I'm just going to hit this plus button. When I hit that plus button, it takes away the lines on the side and it really narrows it down to right where the hitch is going to the tongue of the trailer. You'll just hit that minus button and it'll zoom back out for you. These are the things that we wanted to talk about, especially if you're the type of guy who's already had one, been driving one, and wants to see the improvements of what's happened in the 2020 T350 Transit that Ford has to offer. Well, not only this, but there's so many customizable ways to be able to make this Transit just right for you. Whether it's inverters, whether it's putting in partitions, racks, bins, shelves, all different kinds of things, ladder racks, keep going, right? It's an endless amount of options that you can do to this 2020 Ford Transit. You can start here at Lasco Ford, and that's www.lascoford.com. Please like, subscribe, questions. If you have them, please list them so we can mention these things to you and respond back. My name is Paul Zagman. We're here at Lasco Ford in Fenton, Michigan. We would love to take the time to build your Transit just right for you. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you watching.